All right, thanks for coming back for part 3 on the 1968 Beetle floor replacement. In this video, we're gonna go ahead and get the driver's side floor installed. Okay, so I started removing the driver's side, plasma cut it out. What a job. It's a lot of work, I'll tell you, but it'll be worth it. But look how gnarly that floor looks. I just punched it out with my foot after I made the cuts and removed the bolts. All right, we got the driver's side completely cut out. I'll go show you in the car. All nice and clean. Use the air chisel to clean up that lip there, just like I did on the passenger side. Now here's the brake line. So I had to kind of work around the brake line, and the brake line runs along the floor here. So what I did is I very carefully unclipped it from these clips right here that it's tucked under, and then just kind of gently pulled it up and put a zip tie on it. That'll keep it out of the way. That way I don't damage it when I'm doing my welding. And on the driver's side, you've got this wiring harness. Yeah, on the driver's side, you've got this wiring harness, which really isn't in the way because it's just bolted on this side. Passenger side, it's coming along. I've got an area back here that I need to do some repairs on the heater channel because the back furthest bolt that bolts the floor in spun out on me because it was rusted. But it's a small area, so I need to get under there, under the heater channel here, and do a patch, which won't be too difficult, but a little more work than the passenger side was. But I was lucky, all the bolts came out with no problem on both sides, except for that furthest one on the driver's side. Oh, just an update here. I also took off my dash pad on the Beetle here. It was all cracked up, and so if I put another one on there, I'll put a nice new one. But for now, I kind of honestly like the look of the plain steel dash. I think it's just a nicer look. So I might just leave it that way. We'll see. Here's the driver's side pan. And I didn't really show it in detail on the first video, so I think I'm gonna do it on this one. But what you have to do is make a small cut here and then just roll this lip up in order for it to clear the front lip when you put it in, and then you end up just bending this back down and tack welding it. And then we'll come in here and make a small cut also. But first we'll dry fit it and see how it fits. So that's where we're at right now. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just kind of roll this front up. I'm gonna try to do less on this one because the brake line is there and I don't wanna damage the brake line. So I'm gonna try to get away with rolling this one less than I did the passenger side. Let's see. Yeah, just kind of roll the front up, see how it fits. Okay. We're gonna put the back in first, and then work the front end. And this is just a dry fit. I haven't punched my roller holes yet. you can see what happened here. So I rolled that front, so that clears that front lip. We've got the back seated as far back as it'll go. And then what we're gonna do is, you see that side piece still is not clearing. So we're gonna take a marker and we're just gonna run it over here, and we're gonna have to trim that. And so now we'll take the pan out and and trim that section. I put a little piece of tape on the brake line to kind of protect it as I'm moving this pan in and out. Okay, so it's kind of hard to see in the video, but I've got this line here. So we're gonna cut that back. And then for this part, we're just gonna pull that out because I wanna roll that back and tuck that back onto the existing front of the old floor pan. So we'll keep that there. So let's go ahead and make that cut. Pull this forward just a little more to my soft quarters. All right, and then we'll go ahead and just kind of bend that out. All right, let's try to fit it again. Okay, we've got it dry fit. Just threw a couple bolts in on the outside. And the next thing will be to work on my heater channel repair. It's kind of hard to show. Down in here where the back bolt goes through, rusted out, so I'm gonna need to put some more metal down there to brace to redo that back bolt hole. So we'll kind of use the pan in place to kind of eye that up and get that lined up. Okay, I've got my spot welds done all around the inside of the driver's side floor pan. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put JB weld on the seams just to add another layer of extra strength. That'll double it up between the welds and JB weld. All right, so we've got the driver's side completely welded in, and I put a layer of JB weld on the seam for some extra strength. All right, now what we're gonna go and do is put some professional 3M seam sealer along the bottom seam to prevent any water getting in the seams and any rust. All right, stand by for that. All right, so I got the bottom of the floors seam sealed with the 3M sealer. For my next project, the luggage tray. Joy. I don't think it's too bad though. I'm just gonna cut that top section out and replace that with some sheet metal. So we'll see, that'll be the next one. Just kind of a quick recap of the outside of the car. I did one in part one, but you can see it's a super solid car. I mean, if you look down here at the rockers, and fenders. It is a very, very solid car for the most part. It was just anywhere there was carpet in it. I mean, even look at the reflection of the floor and the paint. So I don't think this car's ever been wrecked or anything like that from looking at it. I just think the rear window was leaking, and anywhere there was carpet, it rotted out, including that back luggage tray there. So I think the front part of that can be salvaged, but it's that top part. But I'll cut that out, and I've got some nice sheet metal that'll go there. I'm actually thinking about making a like an access hatch to get to the transmission, just because I anticipate working on that at some point. But yeah, I've got new carpet ordered. I just received that, and I'm gonna do new door cards. And I also took the dash mat off to give it more of a older school look. It's coming along. Thank you for watching. All right, well, thanks for watching part 3. Come back for part 4. I'm gonna go ahead and install this sound and heat dampening material on the floors made by Killmat. I appreciate you watching. If you're enjoying these videos, please subscribe and like it. Thank you. Have a good one.